MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to Petco Park in San Diego. It'll be a Diamond Dynasty spring training contest between the 51s and the Rogues.
Leading off.
It's baseball.
Shortstop, Xander Bogart.
Swinging a liner back through the box. And this inning starts with a solid base hit. So here in the first inning, the leadoff man's aboard to kick things off.
Whoa, that ball was close. Whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
Justin Morneau is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0.
Well, this isn't how he wanted to start the inning. A leadoff single, and then you almost hit the next hitter. Composure. Got to try to get that ball to the plate and maybe get a ground ball.
Griffey comes on now, and he has it one down. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. What's this lineup have to do tonight in order to get a W here on the road, HR?
Well, Matt, this is a pitcher's ballpark. You can hit your best ball, and it's not going to get out of the ballpark. It's going to end up being a fly out. It allows the pitcher to challenge you more. So as a hitter, you have to get out of your mind worrying about the ball not carrying and understanding I'm probably going to get more fastballs than I normally do and be a little more aggressive.
One out and a runner on second base. A line shot to third base. And they got there so quickly the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settled with just the one out.
Batting fourth.
At the plate, Jake Myers. First opportunity for him here with the leadoff man still standing at second. 2 gone now. Gordon is there. And the inning is over. So they get a man. Digging in now, Jonathan Villar.
Leading off for Ohio, the shortstop, Jonathan Villar.
Swing and a liner. Foul. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, 1 down. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. HR, what's the key for him here tonight?
Tell you what, Matt, they got a great pitcher going, so it takes the pressure off the offense. You know you don't need 5 or 6 runs to win a game. You just scrape out a couple, and he's going to make it stand up.
And a throw on to Morneau for out number 2.
Batting third, second baseman.
Coming to the plate now, Rougned Odor. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Now this is chopped fouled at home plate. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. We'll move on to the second now at Petco Park with no score. Into the box now, Jock Peterson. He'll start things out in the
right fielder, Jock Peterson.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Calhoun at the track. The wall. Gone to lead off the inning. Solo shot to right center. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
Batting sixth.
Digging in, J.D. Martinez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, Matt, he jumped on that first pitch after the home run. Hits a line drive for a base hit. I was always a little reluctant to get in the box after you gave up a home run, thinking he might dust me right here.
Here's Brock Holt now. Curveball bounces, and that gets by to the backstop. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Yeah, and just one pitch after giving up the base knock, he uncorks a wild one and allows him to go to second. That's like giving a guy a double that he didn't even earn. That'll drive you crazy when you're on the mound.
Grounded to short. One away.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively, courtesy of Majestic. I'm looking at Hanley Ramirez. They thought he was going to be a project, and what he's done is become a pretty good defensive first baseman. Now, we've seen him at short, we've seen him at third, but first base, he's starting to look comfortable.
Ken Griffey Jr. comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2.
Matt, I like the last two pitches. A changeup and then a fastball, and he's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him in between right now, and that's an advantage to the pitcher.
And Junior lays off that one, and the count's back even at 2-2. Runner at second here with one man out. Hit high but foul as that'll get in amongst the fans. Now another 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball three. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way to short. VR is right there, and he is in there.
Well, that's playing within his game right there. The speedster gets a little infield single, and now he's on to do damage.
Edinson Volquez.
Into the box, Edinson Volquez, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. 0-1 count and the pitch. And he tries to move those runners up a base, but this is a foul ball. Runners are at first and second with one away. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Looking to minimize the damage here. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Again, he sends it out of play.
I like that combination right there. Show him the curveball, and now that fastball sitting in the low 90s is going to look even faster. Nice job of mixing it up. Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. At the plate, Miguel Sano. He'll start off the inning now against Edinson Volquez. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This one's down to third. There to get it is Batista. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. 1 away.
Time for a look at the Majestic defensive alignment for the visitors. I'm looking down there at Xander Bogaerts, and watching him work early tells me why he's become such a good defender in the big leagues. He's out here at 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon going through his routine, making sure he catches the ball and makes all the plays.
Set to deliver the 0-1. 0-1 looked like a knuckle curve, and it's 1-1 now. Fouled back.
Man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Gloved by Bogarts. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Batting 6.
Stepping into the box,
fielder.
Cole Calhoun will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the 2nd. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. The windup and the 0-1. There's a sinker that didn't sink enough, just missed high. 2 out, nobody on. And that's swung on and fouled straight back.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
And another foul ball.
I like the call for the 2-strike changeup. You got to make a better pitch. He got away with one right there. Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I think, Matt, that was a result of the fastball, the pitch before. He's throwing so hard.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Here's Justin Morneau. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
For the 51. First baseman, Justin Morneau.
First pitch on its way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gordon is there. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting. Third
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Bautista. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball.
He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
Here's another 1-2. Had to protect on 1 and 2, and this is a fly ball out to straightaway right field. And he will make the play. 2 away now.
The catcher, number 17.
Riding in once again, Jake Myers. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Drilled to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Idaho is on top here, 1-0.
For Ohio, catcher Wilson Contreras.
Here's the first pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Well, that is a good pitch. A sinker down with that kind of movement, it is really hard to hit. No wonder he swung and missed.
The next 0-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, 1 away.
Batting 8.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon.
Alex Gordon.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Watching him on the mound, I'm really impressed with what he's doing right now. He's been really aggressive and confident over the last couple of innings.
I think the eighth spot in the National League is the toughest place to hit at. You got the pitcher behind you. You got to work the count. And he goes up there and swings at the first two pitches that are not even in the zone. He's not helping himself or the team.
So he got him swinging. Alex Gordon becomes the second out in the bottom of the third.
Michael
Volquez has his target. First pitch on the way. Michael Wacha is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
He is being aggressive in this inning. 0-2 on this hitter.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Jock Peterson. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Peterson.
And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Here he comes again. 1-2. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Tapped up the first baseline, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at bat, J.D. Martinez. He singled his last time up. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out. Digging in to try it again, Brock Holt. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Now here it comes. Swinging a looper to left. Gordon is going to get there, and that's the third out. Nothing doing here this half. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The 51.
Leading off the fourth inning, the shortstop, Jonathan.
Into the windup and the pitch. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats.
Man, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch outs and working on number 5.
In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. Now another 0-2. 2-strike pitch is chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. And now a pitch on the way. Now a bunt attempt here. Morneau is there, and good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Now batting, center fielder.
Ready for another chance. Ken Griffey Jr. comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Just a tick behind for a strike.
Well, they have been really aggressive swinging early in the count, early in this game, and that's twofold. You're either not going to get a high pitch count from the pitcher, which could go against you, or you're going to knock him out. We're coming right after you and being aggressive. Right now, I think they're just being aggressive.
And this is a strike 3 called. Oh, caught a break there. 2 away. Here's Rougned Odor now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Rougned Odor.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
And he'll just make the tag himself, and the inning is over. Can't start any better than this. He's set down the first 12. Into the box now, Ken Griffey Jr. He'll start things out as we begin the fifth.
Fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. To his left, it's knocked down at third. And a poor throw there pulls the first baseman off the bag, and they're going to hang an error on Ramirez.
The pitcher, number 36.
Digging in, Edinson Volquez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
Hey, this catcher's not known for his throwing ability, so you compound that with a big lead at first base. He had no chance to throw that runner out at second.
Now a bunt attempt here. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out.
The shortstop, number
Here's
2,
Xander Bogaerts now. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Swing and a liner. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Well, I love it when guys are aggressive with the runner in scoring position. First pitch, he jumps all over it to drive in the run.
Justin Morneau.
Here's Justin Morneau. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Had him fooled there as this is lifted in the air out to left center and shallow. Gordon comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2. Digging in once again, Jose Bautista. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. There's a swing and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gordon going back on it. A leap and oh wow, a great effort to make the Here's Miguel Sano. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Third baseman.
And the first pitch looked to be pretty good, but ruled a ball. 1-0.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Matt, here we are in the 5th inning, and he swings at a ball out of the zone. It's indicative of how they're playing right now. He's taking advantage of their aggressiveness, and that's why there's a shutout going.
Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
The batter, first baseman.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Fouled back. The windup and the 0-1. Now a swing and little pop up here right behind home plate. And no one will get this one. Another one sent foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this one's tapped foul at home plate.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
Right
Stepping in, Cole Calhoun. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Tries to bunt his way out here, but this is a foul ball. The 0-1 on its way. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
2 outs, 2 strikes, and we're in the 5th inning, and he's got 1 pitch, I think.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 15 up, 15 down to start. Striding in once again, Jake Myers. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Ran one in there as this is hit on the ground towards second. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The right fielder, number 31.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jock Peterson. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
Now batting, left fielder.
Ready for another shot now, J.D. Martinez. A hit in 2 tries so far. Swing and a liner. And from deep in the hole, he got him. What a play. Digging in for his second at-bat, Wilson Contreras. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Wilson Contreras.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. On the ground to third. That one's in there. And the perfect game will go by the wayside.
And that's one of those plays that stay with you for an entire game. You want to get the first out of the game on what appears to be a routine play, but you can't get it done. The good news, it's the first inning, and he has some time to redeem himself.
Alex Gordon is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Dribbled to the right side. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
The batter, pitcher.
Now in the box, Michael Wacha comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. D. Gordon will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Walking. Number 9, D. Gordon.
Runner breaks for third. Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. And Gordon will beat this one out. It's a bunt single.
Well, Matt, maybe this bunt is a sign of things to come. This offense has been struggling. They've been shut down most.
BR.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Ready once again, Ken Griffey Jr. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Hit back up the middle. And a base hit there as Junior's aboard. Throw into third, and he's safe.
Well, it looks like just a ground ball base hit in the box scores, but man, that ball is hit hard up the middle. He's going to do well for himself. He stays consistent and keeps that approach.
Into the box now, Rougned Runners on. First and third, 2 away. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Pitch in the dirt, and that gets away. So the lead runner holds on, but the trailer will take second. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Hit hard on the ground at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 1 run on 2 base hits, 2 costly. Xavier Cedeno is on the pitch from the bullpen now. To start inning number 7. Brock Holt is in for the 3rd time here as he watches one that misses low. It's a ball and no strikes. Lifted the other way to left center. Giving chase is Junior. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
Well, no surprise, another single to lead off the inning here late in the game, but they haven't had a lot of runs. They've got a lot of hits today, but they haven't been able to put things together. I guess I give a little credit to the pitching staff, not allowing consecutive hits to hurt them.
On to first, not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw. Digging in once again, Edinson Volquez. Yasmani Tomas is out of the dugout as a pinch hitter, so that means the end for Edinson Volquez. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Here it comes, 1-0. To short, hit hard, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Well, he hit that ball hard right there. I think he got a little bit lucky. If it's at somebody, probably a double play ball instead of a single.
Keone Kela comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the seventh. Standing in now, Xander Bogaerts. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Fastball called strike. 1-2.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
And that's through into left, a base hit. Griffey rounds third and is digging for the plate. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with one away.
The first baseman, Justin Morneau.
In now, Justin Morneau. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 1-0 count. Here it is. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. Morneau waits. The 1-1. Hit on the ground to short. Scooped up to second for one. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Just Drew Storen gets the call from the pen.
Now pitching.
Ready for another chance. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Here's Hanley Ramirez. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a liner. And a throw on to Morneau for out number 2.
All right, fielder number 56.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. Now a flare out toward right center. Holt is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. 8th inning coming up. Idaho is out in front, 2-1.
Leading off with a 51.
Digging in to try it again, Jose Bautista. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8. Calhoun has a read on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jake Myers. He's set. Here it comes. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. 0-1. Here's the pitch. And he just misses with a curveball.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
A little bouncer. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs.
The right fielder number 31.
Here's Jock Peterson now. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And this is fouled at the plate. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ground ball sent back up the middle. VR ranging up the middle, and a super play to gun his man down as this. Now at the plate, Wilson Contreras. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. And this is fouled into the seats over from first. The windup and the 0-1. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
And he's bunting with 2 strikes, but can't connect, so a real wasted at bat there. Now at the plate, Alex Gordon. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Kevin Kiermaier will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Kiermaier.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
And this will be chopped foul here at home plate. Just gets a piece of it. Still 0-2.
Oh, that was a good job of spoiling a good pitch right there. 2-strike breaking ball right on the corner, and he was able to foul it off.
The 0-2 once more. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. So striding forward now, Keone Kela. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Odubel Herrera will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Odubel Herrera.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Martinez has a read on it. Oh, and he whiffs on it. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Now batting, shortstop.
Into the box now. Storen comes set. First pitch on its way. Liner towards second. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1 error in the inning, but a nighttime view of
now playing left field, number 39, Kevin Kiermaier.
Felipe Rivero enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Leading out for Idaho.
Drilled on the ground to short. A dive, and he knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
Second baseman, Brock Holt.
Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball here. 0-1. A runner at first with no outs here. Line towards center field. On his junior, but this is a base hit.
Oh, the old CNI base hit. The changeup's down. The batter goes down to get it and still finds a hole to put it through. Good pitch, better hitting.
Into the box, Ken Griffey Jr. Now a bunt attempt here. The 0-1 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Now that's a slider that's pretty easy to recognize. Started on the outside, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate. But one that's difficult is that one that starts in at you and still breaks over the plate.
Ready now. 2-strike pitch on its way. Soft liner towards short. A bare hand for one. On to first. Not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call.
The pitcher, number 31.
Striding in, Drew Storen, as he'll get his Yunel Escobar will look to provide a little punch off the bench as he'll hit with runners at the corners and one out in the inning. Trevor Gott enters the game with one gone in the top of inning number 9. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Swinging a hard liner to short. So this is pulled in by the shortstop.
The shortstop, number 2.
Ready now, Xander Bogaerts. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. And this is fouled back and out of play. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Junior's in pursuit. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Felipe Rivero is the man.
Now pitching, Felipe Rivero.
Digging in and looking for more, Ken Griffey Jr. He'll start things out, needing just a run to tie it here in the bottom of the 9th. Looking to bunt here, but he can't connect, and that's the first strike. I had him lunging there as he's just able to tap it foul at home plate.
Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third, 3 in a row.
Here's another 0-2. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. Myers gathers, and he makes the throw to first. Griffey is retired, and there's one away.
Second baseman, Rougned Odor.
Stepping in, Rougned Odor. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Swing and a little tapper, but it's foul, strike 1. There's a fastball that just misses, ball 1.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
1 out, nobody on. This one's flared out toward left. Martinez is under it. 2 down.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, Miguel Sano. Alex Colomé takes over on the mound now as he'll try to get the final out of the ball game here and pick up a save. Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
Matt, this is one of those games that has that guy right there, his head scratching. He's trying to figure out, how do I get these guys going? We may see a team meeting to motivate them a little bit better.
Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and it's anybody's guess what will happen when 2 teams clash in Diamond Dynasty. So we get a 1-run contest here, offering just about everything you want in a game of baseball.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. Michael Wacha pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds.
During the steal during
On a dry summer night in the Rocky Mountains, MLB Network comes at you live from Coors Field in downtown Denver. Today we bring you Conquest baseball action between the Rogues and the Rockies. A valuable territory and a lot of fan support are on the line. Next. A 1 pitch on its way. On the ground here for Reynolds over at first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game.
Batting second.
So one away here with the bases empty, and here comes Junior. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball one. Boy, and it's a good night for the old hot chocolate here. 46 degrees at game time. That's inside. 2-0.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground toward the left. And this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock.
Well, that was a nasty pitch right there, and he stayed with it. Great piece of hitting. The only way you're going to hit that ball is you stay down as that ball starts to run away and drive it to left. Great job.
Here's Rougned Odor now. High in the air out to center field. And there's out number 2 as this is taken in shy of the track, and the runner will have to retreat. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's Miguel Sano. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. First pitch on its way. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. From the stretch, he's running towards second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. So he swipes second successfully, but you have to wonder now if that might actually end up taking the bat out of the hands of one of their better hitters.
Well, that's a good point, Matt, but I'd be a little surprised if that's the case. It's still early and the game is tied, so that would be a pretty cautious move to pitch around him here or just walk him flat out.
Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Another 0-2 coming. Runner goes for third. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
2 out, 2 strikes, down to the last strike of the inning, and he's able to hang in there and drive the ball for a base hit. Good job of battling right there.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. He swings and grounds it to short. Story picks it up over to LeMahieu covering at the bag, and that ends the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Ohio is out in front here, 1-0. Drew Smiley out of the state of Arkansas is on the hill here. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, he's got 4 pitches to work with and uses them all at all different times in the game. So he keeps hitters off balance and gives you a lot to think about.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for the Rockies, center fielder, Charlie.
And he lays off there, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
That was a beautiful pitch, Matt, particularly in this ballpark. The ball flies here in this park, so he's going to have to keep the ball down. If he doesn't, we're going to see a lot of balls in the air deep for homers.
Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. A little low. It's 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Little chopper back to the mound. No problem here. 1 away.
Batting second.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1.
One thing I'm going to keep my eye on with this young starter on the mound is how he's able to stay ahead of hitters. It makes pitching it.
Meanwhile now, this is trouble down that right field line. This should be extra bases. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
Nolan Arenado is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1.
Here we are in the first inning. We're watching adjustments be made after giving up that extra base hit. Now that's better location. He's going to have a better day if he does that.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Very weakly on the ground. Throw won't get him at first. An infield single, and it's first and third now.
Well, there's a 1-out infield single. You know what? You can start a lot of rallies with 1 out. He was hustling down the line. If you're pitching, you think, golly, that was so unlucky.
Trevor Story stands in as he checks his swing here for strike 1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Odor has it, and the throw goes to first for the out, but that'll be enough to get the run home as they pull back to even at 1-1.
Batting fifth, right fielder.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. On his junior, but this is a base hit. And they will tag him out at the plate. And that'll keep our ball game tied up as the inning is over. Now batting, Cole Calhoun. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And he'll turn and try the jump throw to first. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. But hold on here now. He jumped out of that dugout in a hurry. He might ask for that out call to be reviewed.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. LeMahieu on to Reynolds, and it's a double play.
Batting 8.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And Gordon will beat this one out. It's a bunt single.
Batting 9th, the pitcher, number 33, Drew Smiley.
Kevin Kiermaier will look for some two-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Here comes the 1-0. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Parra going back on it, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. Gordon rounds the corner and is headed home. In to score is the runner from first. And a good job to get to it quickly and get it back in. That'll hold him to a 2-out single.
Number 5.
Striding in once again, Jonathan Villar. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He's on the move again from first. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. And now the runner's trying for third. And a bunt attempt now, but this is foul and the inning is over. What was that all about? So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. Keone Kela,
now pitching.
a 6'1" right-hander, will be the one to get the call from the bullpen here. Mark Reynolds is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Left fielder
Gerardo Parra is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground, but this will land untouched. To short, to his right, Villar. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Batting 8.
So coming to the plate, Dustin Garneau will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. And a curveball's in there, so he's quickly behind 0-2. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. We'll go now to the top of the third. The Rogues on top 2-1.
Center fielder.
Into the windup and the pitch.
Jr.
Yanked on the ground down the line. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he is in there.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning. And he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. There to make the catch is Arenado for the first out.
Now batting.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Miguel Sano. Looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Pickoff move to second, and he'll be back in standing up. From the stretch. Hit sharply toward the right side. Oh, and he botches it. Griffey is on his way home. And not in time as the run scores.
Just an absolute laser that time. Screaming off the bat, if you will. And Show Track tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by.
Here's Hanley Ramirez. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Blackman racing back. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. Sano rounds third and is digging for the plate. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And gone up into the second deck. So a two-run homer down the line in right field, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
I'm excited to check the home run numbers that come out on Show Track, because that was just one of the most impressive launches we've seen in a good while. And as the numbers come in, that ball was projected to have carried over 460 feet. An amazing show of strength.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Squared that one up just a little late. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there. The straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Into the box now, Alex Gordon. This is in the air to left. Parra sprinting after it. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. So they score 4 times on 4 hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Ohio leads this one 6-1. Raimel Tapia will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 68, Raimel Tapia.
Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Well, this is kind of the life of a pinch hitter. You maybe get one at bat a game, and it usually comes against a relief pitcher that's absolutely throwing bullets at you.
VR is up with it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The center fielder, number 19, Charlie Blackmon.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. 2-1. 1 out, nobody on. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. DJ LeMahieu. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. A.J. Ramos enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with one out in the inning. In there at the letters 0-1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that two-seam fastball.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
It's a little surprising to see them risking base runners by stealing down this many early in the game, but they're choosing to be aggressive. Might work out if they can drive him in now and chip away at that deficit.
And that's going to fall for a base hit. And they show a little life here as the lead shrinks to 6-2 now.
Wow, he must be living right because he gets absolutely jammed. Thought we were going to see the bat splintered, but instead he muscled the ball to right for a double. Might get some heckles from his teammates, but no doubt he'll take it.
Nolan Arenado is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Right side. And that is into right field, a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Trevor Story. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. Xavier Cedeno takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Good breaking ball, and it's in there. 2-2 now. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. And a fastball's in there for strike one. Comes set with the 0-1. Late swing and a ball line foul into the seats past the third base dugout.
Well, it's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard.
Now a swing and a miss on a pitch that tied him up in knots, and the ball game is over. Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he really made it happen with the bat in this one. You see here 2 hits, and 1 was a long ball, so he has to feel pretty good about what he did here.
Fans, our final line score. First, for the victorious visiting team. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. For the Rockies, 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 7 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, 50,445. The Rockies thank you for joining us here tonight. And as you exit Coors Field, we remind you to please drive home safely.